We're close to something, Jonah. I can feel it.
Let's see what's up there.
Go back, Jonah! Get to shelter!
Hi viewers, to another preview of one of the huge selection of E3 treats we had to enjoy this year, all with the added bonus of being one that'll hit machines this year. Well, one machine anyway. With another console, older one, still planned to receive a version, but the 360 release is being handled by another studio and I will not bring it up in this preview. After the success that was the reboot of Tomb Raider in 2013 by Crystal Dynamics and Square that hit both consoles and PC, it reignited the love for Lara and adventuring with the most famous English explorer. Then just over a year later we got a full-on remaster for now-gen machines to see if the hunger was alive and well, to continue the journey of a woman into the great adventurer we all know she will become. The thirst was real and it sold well, allowing Square to finally achieve what they classed as good sales with over 3.5 million shipped. Which means here on we are on the cusp of another journey with our Oxford lass, yet again throwing out the health and safety book from her rucksack and instead packing in all the tricks she learned from the grueling Yamate excursion, along with some new treats and skills. We are reunited with our trusty bows, yes now plural, complete with upgrades that exceed the first, along with the radio, pickaxe, but proving more is merrier, Lara now has 2 axes allowing greater traversal across even more precarious environments, as was seen from the E3 ice climb. Old friend Jonah is also here to lend a hand, as Lara is now searching for the truth behind the conspiracy cover-up from Trinity. Oh yes, and also maybe some treasure hunting in the form of the lost city of Kaiter, which may just hold ye old treasure-seeking favourite, the key to immortality, looking to be hidden in Russia all this time, so you would have thought Bond would have found it by now. Along the way she can also find a tomb or two to raid, which should help ale some of the lost love from the last game, where it never felt that much of the game, being more of a mixture of the old game's puzzling with a Descent type horror journey that Lara went through. We are now promised a much vaster array of caverns to cavort and tombs to plunder, to scratch our investigative itch. But this will not be the only challenge for Lara in this new quest. Not only will danger come from the locals and armed thugs of Trinity, but also and even more so from the wildlife and weather. With the game now supporting a fully dynamic time of day and weather system, she will have her work cut out to survive. This will add a stronger element of survival now that a storm could blow in, slowing down your progress and threatening your very life. Having to use animal skins to craft better clothes and weapons, snowdrifts will help cover your tracks in the snow, but come at a slowed progression. Moveset has improved along with the climbing extras. Lara has also ditched her armbands and can now swim. Climbing trees uses branches to stay clear of danger. Stealth seems to play a big part, meaning the art of survival is best left to brain than brawn. The exact enemies and overall theme of the game is still something of a secret outside of what we have seen, but from footage we can be sure of a sprawling adventure of peril, prison, minecarts and some quality water and explosions that should all add up to a thinking woman's or man's action puzzler. Expanding on the structure from the first game with weapon crafting and a linear upgrade path, this has now seen it pass over to not only weapons but clothes and ammo. As seen here with the gas arrow used to dispatch foes with no harm other than a thick head, no more than after a Friday night out. The stealth portion of the gameplay has been increased to also incorporate the animals. Now you can attack, scurry and hide from them. Tied in with the new dynamic weather and time of day, certain animals can only be caught at set times, locations, making them harder to find and kill. These rare skins can be used to allow you to reach other areas of the game not accessible with certain scavenged attributes. With this being an exclusive 2015 title for Microsoft, it will surely come with a big push on marketing and delivery. Crystal Dynamics made a great game in Tomb Raider and the engine was certainly more suited to the machines we have now than when it was launched, high-end PC aside. But even since this updated version it has already started to age a little, with the game not having a new engine but working on improving what has come before, and is a very solid and impressive base. Using the new to console and PC Tress FX hair for Lara has now been improved here and covers animals and beards, which should add some great touches to what we already see as an impressive solution that will have been refined and improved further still here in its 3rd iteration. Lara's model also seems to have undergone some changes, but as the remaster had to use the exact same animation rigs and performance captures before, the topology of the model had to be manipulated within the old animation frames. This resulted in some scenes of the game giving Lara a plastic stiff look, as the change made certain areas of her face not to move and look fake. Now with the model being designed completely for the animation and capture system, it has been improved from the video capture methods and hand keying from before. employing a newer technique called MOVA, which does not use the normal white balls attached to vertices on face and body. No, this uses sprayed on fluorescent paint, increasing the capture precision to 7,000 reference points, which means far more information that the animators can use to capture and tailor the intricacies of the human face and emotion from the actors when acting the scenes on set. This will still have to go through much desktop work and be matched, changed and improved, but it gives the team far more to work with, and the results can be seen already, with the animation from the last game being greatly improved on for Lara herself and others, an area where it lacked more so for NPCs in the game.
Ryland life, I'm afraid.
Sweetie, you look exhausted. Sit down. Yeah.
One great new technical feature is the snow. Now being based in Siberia, this is a big part of the game. It now has fully deformable snow that leaves trails when Lara walks. Enemies and animals all leave their mark as well. This means that you can be found and followed, along with it allowing you to do the same. But be quick, as the dynamic weather system will kick in and could cover tracks as fast as they appear, making it harder to track, but also covering your own in the progress. This looks very good in practice, as here the system used not only creates a dense mesh that can be deformed and build on impact from snow, but follows the contours of the land and movement. With the trees and the like also being free to use for fire and crafting, it certainly brings a very organic feel to the world and game, which as per the last game should also carry over to its challenges and puzzles. Animation in cutscenes is not the only improvement in the game. Using an AI or procedural like animation techniques much like Euphoria, all based within the game's own foundation engine. These look to have been expanded along with the improved capture work and keyframe animation. See, as Lara steadies her walk on uneven ground, it was present in the last game, but it looks to have been increased here in precision and blend, with far more work allowing animation scenes to blend into each other more organically, which was a standout sign from the last game, with blended animation not being as smooth as they are here, a sign from the increased RAM available and the improved procedural system. Voice work is again strong, but I hope the writing also sees a similar level of improvement, as although the reboot was a strong game, one of its weakest points was scripting and delivery in places. The stereotyped Scottish mentor was nearly as bad as the core blimey guards from the Order.
I'm in trouble. They're killing people.
What? Who?
Men. I don't know why. I had to kill some of them. I had no choice.
That can't have been easy.
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn the others, Roth.
Don't worry about them right now. You just do whatever it takes to get to me, Lara.
I'll try.
Again, Lara is well voiced in-game by Camilla Luddington, but her accent is more Angelina Jolie than Keira Knightley. Being British born but living in America, it can seem a little overpronounced at times, as her hybrid accent comes across. This can leave it being a love or hate type affair for fans.
Roth, I'm coming! Thank God you're alive.
God's got nothing to do with it. It's good to see you two, girl.
Sorry, they did a real number on your leg.
No, looks worse than it is.
Post effects are a huge part of this generation. Just look at the superb implementation in Arkham Knight that has had me standing on rooftops just admiring its precision of bokeh on objects and specula. It really is superb. Running here on the Xbox One, it is an effect that looks good in cinematics and gameplay. Tomb Raider had a set of effects, but here they now appear to be increased and improved. DOF looks of a higher resolution resolve, as does the motion blur. Being per object and with some velocity mapping, it can be seen in great effect in gameplay here underwater, as the resolution for the game is still unconfirmed, but the current 900p shown from E3 looks good, and with some months left of work to optimise any small frame dips and others, maybe even a boost to the resolution, we can only wait and see. As it stands, it still looks and performs very well and should do even more so when released. Again, even more games that will use the offline mixture of canned, highly detailed fluid or destruction simulations that run through the game is present here. This waterfall scene shows us some beautifully rendered water reminiscent of the Temple of Doom minecart end, and with a minecart used to destroy some scaffolding, we may yet be treated to Crystal's own salute to its reference. I hope for some grand set pieces that allow greater control of the action, mixed in with a strong exploration puzzle and improved stealth mechanic. Character models have increased in polygon details and texture work, in addition to improved shader touches like the subsurface scattering on Lara's skin. You can see the patches of less blood-filled skin around her eyes, as her cheeks and face are redder from the cold. Lighting has also improved in accuracy and range, with a more linear range allowing subtle changes of light within the high dynamic range available. Mixed with such an impressive looking environments, caves and enemies, the signs look good for Crystal Dynamics and Square to take the formula and improve all areas, along with listening to player feedback and giving us more of what we want. It is only a few months till its November release, with a chance of more shown at Gamescom. It will be a huge game from Microsoft and Square this year, and you can be sure we will see and hear more of the intrepid adventurers as we draw closer to launch. As always, I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this. If so, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps me immensely. I appreciate each and every one of you that does. Leave your thoughts and your feedback below, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.
These ruins here. I must be close to the lost city.
Command, do you copy? Oh, shit!
Oh shit. What the hell was that?
Survey team, this is Overwatch. Please respond. Survey team, please respond. We got some interference on the...
Finally feel a sense of purpose again. Some kind of marker. Like I'm doing what I was meant to do. The journey will be perilous, but I must find a way